Welcome to Raygo Chess. My name's Max. I've been playing chess for about 18 months consistently. I am on the road to 1000 ELO. We're currently sat at 889, it looks like. The highest we've been is 924. We just adapted our game. I don't know if we've upgraded. I don't know if we've gone backwards. I feel in my soul like we've upgraded. We are using Chess Bra from YouTube, his habits. I've been watching it for about 3 days on the bounce now. The last couple of games I played using his habits, we've been adapting. We got it a little bit wrong. I feel like I'm better suited to go into this game with a little bit more knowledge. I'm not saying I know it inside and out, but I've been doing my research. Without further ado, let's get into this 30-minute rapids. Let's try and really get to 1000 ELO now. I don't want to say this too early, but I'm feeling a little bit confident. Oh, until I just see 928 ELO. So, part of the chess habits, however they open, we basically oppose it. Whichever way they bring the knight out, we bring the opposite knight out. I'm going to basically walk through and stick to the principles as much as possible. So, if we take, he takes, we take, the odds are I'll probably take with his queen. We continue to develop. But we're fighting for the centre. So, ultimately, we have to take this piece because part of the, as far as I'm concerned, habits is to take and fight for the middle. He's chosen not to take back. Now, I could take, but he's going to take and we'll be a piece down. One of the things that I have learned today from watching him is he has like 4 levels, I think, to his, what's it called? Habits. And ultimately, I follow them because I place myself between his level 2 and level 3. So ultimately, I'm just going to attack this pawn. And that's it. He could push again, and then we'll probably develop and take it at that point. But yeah, part of the habits is when I watched level 1, I didn't understand that he had level 2, 3, and 4. So I was following them habits the last couple of times that I played. But now I've watched his level 3 and I've realised that what he's saying is, he's a grandmaster. So when he's teaching you the level 1, he's putting himself into the mindset of a level 1 player, a 500 ELO mindset. And so he's almost like live action role playing how a 500 ELO would react in this scenario. Whereas like a level 3 wouldn't do what a 500 would do. He would have a bit more ability to his game. So with that being said, I didn't take that into consideration last time I played. And I was just doing the level 1 tactics. This time, I'm going to do the habits, but I'm also going to incorporate the ability that I've already unlocked through the 18 months of playing. I hope that makes sense. With that being said, I'm going to develop this piece and back this, or do I ignore it and just take? The issue with that is he's going to take and I won't be able to take back, and this is exactly what I'm saying. So it would be stupid not to add a defender, and then if he drops, then we can take again, and then we continue with the habits. And that's something I haven't been doing. And again, I could still be wrong. That might be the wrong, but that's what I've picked up on today, which makes a lot more sense to me, because I can take his habits into my gameplay, but I can also play the way I have been from all the other videos you've watched me, where I do some calculations like what I've just done now. So, with that being said, bishop for a bishop, I'm not going to double up my pawns. Whereas when the 500 level 1 version, he was just doubling up his pawns. So I take that. Now I'm on for taking this, which I will do because he's in the habit of taking pieces and trading. So at this point, I'm not even thinking, or better yet, no, because if I take that now and you take, that's going to be problematic for my bishop. So I don't want to give up that space. So yeah, I'm thinking I just take. He's going to bring his queen out, which is early in the game. Which is early in the game because he's still not developed these. We've traded the pieces. His queen's no longer attacking this. And then we can take this. That's the habits as far as I'm concerned. Then we take this. Then he will probably hit that. But that's fine because that's just a pawn for a pawn at that point. And then again, he's still not developing. So we're dealing with the issue and we're controlling the center. And I think that's the habits. Now we look to develop our other pieces, get the castle in, lift the snorkel, connect the rooks, and get into the battle. That's fine. You can't take any more of them pieces. So I'm not bothered about that. So rather than thinking, how can we attack him? What's the quickest way in? We develop our pieces. Protection, protection. Continue to develop. I suppose it would make sense, actually, to get our knight out first, because I'm sure he goes knight, knight, bishops, bishops. So on the basis of what he does, let's just put the knight out first. Not too worried about this. Although we could come here and offer the trade. But again, look at our position. All he's got is a queen out. And we're controlling the center. And if we follow the habits, then technically, what he's saying is, we should win. And it should be as simple as that. And apparently that should get us to 1,000 elo. So that's what we're doing. In the last game, I played as white. And I tried to play the Italian. If I'm going to go in with these habits and give them a proper crack, I need to forget the Italian for a moment. So we're going to play habits. Because what if this is the answer? What if this is the answer to my problems? What's he thinking of doing? Usually I'll be going, oh, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? But right now I'm not even... Okay, so you're attacking that. That's fine. Then I come up and attack you. But in the meantime, why don't we bring out the bishop? Get our castle in. if you take... Well, why don't we bring our bishop to here? And this is level 3, what I was referring to. If we bring our bishop, to here, then it's going to back this pawn, which if he takes this knight, we can come and take his bishop back while backing this bishop. And I'm also backing the bishop from here. So why not right now? Or alternatively, we could just push the snorkel out. No. Then again, he does say there's no particular order. Calculate it how you see fit. So if I push the pawn out now and you take and then I take, then this is undefended. So I suppose this would be the right move first, to continuously back this. Another thing is, we don't actually want to leave this rook unattended. So if he does take that, maybe we have to take this now. Otherwise, this rook will be out for the taking. Didn't think of that. Maybe I should have went down here. At this point, I will just double up the pawns if I have to, because I'm not willing to give up this. But like Chess Pro says, forget that pawn. So what? He's a 928. He's not Magnus Carlsen. So if he was to take and I was to push here, and you were to take and I was to take, I'll be a piece down. So I will have to just take straight away. Which isn't ideal. Okay. So now I'm thinking maybe we just attack the queen. Maybe we just offer the queen out. Or do we just get the castle in? Let me just think for a second. I offer the queen out. You might go there. And that will be an issue because I won't be able to castle. I could always hop back, but that isn't the game, is it? That we play. So what else have we got? I can't really attack the queen. Maybe I just get the castle in for now. Yeah, let's get the castle in. And then if I do move the queen, the rook backs this rook. Keep it simple. Okay. So you're going to take this, and then I'm going to take that. And then you're going to take that, and then I'm going to take that. Or alternatively, you could take that, and I could take that. Or what if I just threaten this, and then you take that? And then I take that, and then you take that, and then I take that. And then that's the end of that exchange, isn't it? So what if I force you to make the first move? Okay, you made the first move. Now I'm threatening. Oh no, because then you could take this way, couldn't you? But even if you take that way, then I just move this. Just keep it simple. I was going to put you in the middle anyway. He could come up here and then here. But if I just push forwards, I'm threatening you, and then if you come across that, I can get you. Trust the habits. It's easier said than done. Not gonna lie. So I would have to come here. And then if you came here, that's checkmate, isn't it? So the habits haven't worked at all. But if I come here and you come there, that's checkmate again. So the habits haven't worked at all. It's done. It's over. It's literally over. He just goes, oh, that's checkmate. So that didn't work. Let's go in again. It didn't work. Let's try again. So obviously I've done something wrong. So I'm assuming I just exchange here. Attack the queen. Offer the trade. Take it. Queens are off the board, so I guess we want the king in the centre at this point, don't we? Or is that too prematurely? Back the knight. Exchange. Look, I'm just trying to learn the habits in front of you. That's all. So if we start losing elo dramatically, this will be put to a halt very quickly. Very quickly. But if we start gaining elo, then it won't. So am I supposed to fight for the middle at this point? Or do I push forwards? Or do I just castle? Develop the pieces. But if he hops in there, there's going to be problems. If he hops in there, there's going to be problems. But if I hop in there, there's going to be problems for him, isn't there? What if I hop in here? No, because we need to be fighting for the middle, don't we? So do I roll a pawn forwards? Or do I just take the centre stage? Let's take the centre stage. Fight for the middle. Look to get the castle in, get the snorkel up, get the rooks in the centre. Try and follow the habits. Push up there. We're attacking this rook. So we're supposed to just take that, aren't we? Supposed to trade. So if I push forward now, because then you could take with that. Let's just threaten his rook quickly. And what would a chess bra do? Well, if I go here, I'm threatening both of them. So let's do that. Obviously, he's going to move his rook. And when he does, we can take his knight. And then he has to take with his pawn. Following the rules. We still need to get our snorkel. And our rook's involved. And I'm trying to talk calm like this. Because this is what he does. I'm trying to not get too emotionally invested just yet. So let's put our rook on that open file. And by open, I mean he hasn't got a pawn on there. I know we have. But ultimately, when we start fighting, we got some backup. Look to get our other rook across. And our snorkel. And then we look for RPMs, random pawn moves. And see what we can do with that. Let's get our rook involved. Let's get our snorkel. Random pawn move. Attacking this. If he takes, we take. He ignored it. So I suppose a random pawn move would be to push this forwards. Or maybe we just fight for the middle and ignore that because we want to be active. But before that, his knight is attacking our bishop. So is there anywhere better we could put the bishop? What if we were to put the bishop up here and then maybe bring a rook across? Because we want the bishop to aim for the middle, don't we? So bishop maybe there and aim for the middle. Now if we were to push forwards or try and get rid of this, there is a rook behind it. And what Chessbra is banking on is our opponents who are only as good as us to make mistakes. So if I was to push forward and you was to take, and then I was to take, and then you was to take, and then I was to take, and then you was to take, and then I was to take. Another option has come across and hit you, but you're only going to move. So maybe that is just too premature. So maybe it's a pawn rake and push, take, 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 push, take, 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 take. Trust the process. Trust the process. I suppose we're supposed to be moving this king towards the centre, aren't we? Because the queens are off the boards. That's what he would do. Take you on double. What if I push forwards? Actually, if I take, you're going to be looking to take, and then I can just grab this rook because you won't even think twice about it. Like that. And then that. And just like that, he's lost both his rooks. Damn, Smokey. And now if I push and you take and I take, deals with all this issue, doesn't it? So if I push and you take and then I take, you're going to take your bishop. What if I just come here? Where are you going to go? Because we're looking to trade pieces. I mean, you could go there, but I'm just going to come get you straight after. So now, if I go there and you take and I take, then we're blocking you in, aren't we? And, oh no, whoa. You going for my rook, are you? That's not very nice. That's not very nice at all, Mr. Potter. Now where are you going to go? Go there, you take, I take, blocked. You drop, I take, gone. I want to get this king involved, actually, and come and start taking these pawns. I don't even want to do it with these. I want to really push these habits and come and get these with the king. That's what I want to do. Okay. So maybe I need to come out this way. Or am I getting greedy? Maybe we do first push here. Or do I use the king? Do I follow these habits? Or what if I just come here now? Because where are you going to go? There? Let's try and get this bishop off the board quickly. Chess Bra does say they always crack in the end. He does say it. To be fair to him. Let's get rid of this. Oh, that next move would have been stalemate because he can't go there. He can't go there. Whoo! He wants the old. He wants the rematch. Look, guess what? Ain't nobody got time for that. So let's. Oh, what have I just said? Quick game review. What we working with here? Dime Smokey. Goddamn. 88.6. 1600. Blows my mind. So something's working.
Starting with your king's
something's
pawn,
working.
it's a versatile first move and leads to inviting a direct
Let's
battle
have
in
a
the
look.
center, which usually leads to a pawn. Capturing your opponent's central pawn, taking black recaptures the pawn. Good. Threatening the queen and developing your knight. The queen slips away as your opponent avoids material.
Trade.
You shield your king by. This is well played. This move clears the way to. Your bishop is
Fight
ready to
for
be
the
developed
middle.
to an active square. This move pins your knight to your king.
Protect the
this
knight.
A safe queen. They exchange.
Trade.
You recap. That's not a mistake. Nice development that allows kingside castling next move.
Develop the piece.
Your opponent prepares to castle kingside and secure.
Fight
nice
for the
setup.
center.
Your knight is defended by a pawn and ready. They chose kingside castle. Your
Castle.
best move was to castle on the. They offer a fair.
Trade.
Your best move was to win a tempo. With this, you win time by threatening.
Threaten the rook. Be active.
Your opponent moves
Not
their rook to escape
reactive.
your attack.
That's a fork.
You attack a rook, winning a tempo when it moves away.
Utilize our own abilities that we've unlocked already. And that's something that I wasn't doing in the last video. I was following his rules of like the 500.
The rook slips.
Take.
You are forcing your opponent to
Double his
recapture.
pawns.
With this move, all your pieces are finally
Put the
in
rooks
action.
in the middle.
That's playable. Not the best
Ignore
move,
it.
not
Put
bad
the
either.
rook in the middle.
They are right on target.
Ignore it.
This
Be
move opens up
active.
space for your king
Get
to
the
evade threats along
snorkel.
the back rank. They made one of the
Ignore
top moves
it.
in this move attacks your opponent's pawn chain. They slipped up a bit here. You had a chance to play something better.
He says put the bishops so they're fighting for the middle. So that's what we did. That's why we chose that square.
They played the strongest move available.
Ignore it.
This central break opens lines.
Fight
increases
for the
your
middle.
piece activity.
And look where we put the bishop.
You get a chance to win material through a discovered attack. That was a strong
Great
discovery.
move.
White will win material.
Using our ability that we've already unlocked.
A clear recapture.
He couldn't help himself.
You won material
Boom.
by capturing that rook.
Couldn't help
They stepped away
himself.
from the pin, and this will cost them.
Boom.
That rook was yours for the taking.
I am usually that guy on the other end who loses everything in 2 moves.
That was.
Do you
the only
know
move.
how good it feels to be the guy who doesn't lose but takes? Feels good.
Good job defending
I
that pawn.
can't even lie. If you want to take that, that's fine. I'm coming after you, though. If you want to take, say less. I want to get you back.
This
Because
move
we're
puts their
looking to
bishop on
trade
safer
pieces. Don't worry, I seen it. Because I didn't allow greed to kill the beast.
square. You calmly step
Boom.
the rook out of trouble.
Now what you're going to do, pressurize and moves active, not reactive. That's what he says. That's what we got to do.
The bishop slips away as your opponent
Again,
avoids material. Good awareness.
That's
keeps the
fine.
rook
Now
alive.
what you're going to do,
They move the bishop.
moved
to
over there. All
you move
right.
your bishop to a better place.
I
allowing it to
chased him
control more
around
squares.
3 times.
You calm. This move puts their. Good job defending that pawn. That was the only.
One,
Good
attack.
Job defending that. This move.
2,
you calmly step
attack.
the rook out of trouble. The bishop slips.
3,
good awareness
attack.
Keeps the rook alive. They move.
4,
you move
attack.
Your bishop to a better place.
He
allowing it to
says
control more squares.
these lower elo, including myself, are only as good as me, and sooner or later, they crack.
I like their choice.
He cracked. He was probably thinking double up the pawns. It's too late, bro. It's too little, too late.
You recaptured the bishop. They played one of the best
That's
moves.
fine. That's fine.
You
Take,
exchanged pieces of
take.
straightforward recapture. Placing your rook behind. They made one of the...
Clean the
You captured a
pieces.
free pawn.
The only thing he does say is you want to get your king involved into this center as soon as possible when the queens are off the board. Obviously, for a level like a GM, you're not going to really be doing that. But we're not GMs. He's saying you can get to 1,500, 1,000 easy following these habits. When you watch him, he loses. Like the first game I done, I lost. You know what I mean? I tried to follow the habits. I was undone. They don't work every game. It's not bulletproof. It's not foolproof. He's saying statistically speaking, you're going to win the majority. And because you're winning the majority, your elo's inevitably going to go up. So when you lose, don't worry about it. Trust the habits. They're not 100% proof. 99.9% proof or something like that.
Defending them. Good job. I like their... This is their king. Nice, definitely. They played one of... That pawn was a decent move, but they had a better one.
Just before he resigned, I noticed that this was a stalemate. Because look, he can't move there. He can't move there. He can't move there. I suppose he could have moved back, to be fair. But moral of the story, he says never resign. Anyone who's following me knows I don't resign anyway, regardless of what he says, just because there's that chance of a stalemate. And that's why he says it, because at this point, anyone's capable of it. And if he didn't have that move, and I would have done something like just move there to start pushing this pawn forwards, let's say he didn't have that move because this rook was on the G file, he wouldn't have been able to go here because of that pawn. I suppose he would have been able to go there. So there was a couple of squares, but be mindful is the message. Be mindful. He knew it was over for him anyway, and that's why he resigned. So yeah, that was a good example of the habits. It was proof that you're not necessarily going to win every game. We're 890 elo. I know we're still not back in the 900 club. Look, I'm trying. But look how many less calculations I had to do. What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? Leave it in the comment. What do you reckon? Do you think I should keep doing these habits? Or do you think I should scrap them and just go back to what I was doing before? Because I'm genuinely interested. Because I'm hesitant here. Because we've just seen 2 games and we've seen how well it can work. 1600 I played, like 88 point something percent, nearly 90% accuracy. But in the first game, it didn't work. You know what I mean? Do I continue and just see how it goes? Like maybe I go, if I drop below 870 elo, I scrap it. Maybe that's the cut-off point. And just see if I can get to 1,000. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit the like button. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.